If you're feeling completely drained, no matter how many goals you hit and how good your morning routine is, then something is probably amiss. You could be supposedly doing all the right things, but something deep down inside just isn't right. Now, I've been going through this recently, and I wanted to let you know about a book that I've read just at the right time to help me process how I'm showing up in the world, and I want to tell you how brilliant it's been. So today's book is Energize by Simon Alexander Ong. Now, I recently met up with Simon for breakfast and we were chatting all things entrepreneurship, speaking, writing, and I just really resonated with so many things that Simon said. And I feel like he left his corporate world and then pursued this different career path, and he wanted to feel more energized and more positive about things. So he trained as a life coach. And so this book really kind of like spoke to me, but I hadn't yet read it when I went to have breakfast with him. And so we were talking about it, and I was just captivated by all the things that he was saying and the way he was talking and the advice he was giving. I was like, right, I need to know more about this and how he did it. So I immediately went out and I bought this book. So Energize is all about helping you reclaim and manage your personal energy, because productivity is not just about time, it's actually about energy. So Simon writes in the book and talks about how you can practically manage your emotional, your physical, and your mental energy so you can get to higher performances without burning out. So it covers topics like energy vampires and the power of your environment, and even like small daily rituals to basically help you boost your energy. Think of it like a guide to stop being drained and to start feeling driven again. I was literally nodding throughout the whole of this book. I was just like, it all just sunk in. And so I really enjoyed this read, and I love that there's actually like questions throughout the whole book that you can ask yourself and get a journal, and that's exactly what I've done. I've got a journal to kind of work through some of these questions, and so there's some really amazing exercises. And I think that's what's so fantastic about it, is that Simon is this incredible coach to really high-powered individuals, and this is essentially like several hours of his coaching sessions in this book, and if you work out his hourly rate and put that into this book, then the price of the book is insane. Definitely try it out. As I said, I was nodding throughout the whole way. I have so many takeaways, so many key tips, but I'm going to try and give you my top 3 takeaways on this book, and hopefully you'll enjoy them too. So we are constantly hearing about how time is our biggest currency. Now, I always mention this when it comes to entrepreneurship, and I'm constantly describing other entrepreneurs as time poor. So literally that is what it meant, right? So you're poor from time, so that is a currency. But Simon doesn't believe that time is our biggest currency. He believes that energy is our biggest currency. And as someone who essentially runs 6 different businesses, this really hit home. And so it's not about having more hours, it's about protecting and boosting your energy so you can show up powerfully when it counts. So he talks about energy vampires, and they are like tasks, people, environments that kind of sap your energy and bring you down. And I've never really thought about it this way, because I've thought about the things that are physically draining, and I've not focused as much on the kind of mental drains, and it's made me kind of realize quite a few eye-opening things about my own life. I've really had to audit everything, and every time something comes on my lap now, I'm really thinking about it. All those pointless meetings that you have, all those catch-up calls that could just be done in like one email or even a text message, oh my God, they drive me mad. And then like, you know, just negative people who just absolutely sap all your energy away from you. I've had to completely cut them out of my life. Now when something comes on my lap, I'm very particular about who I jump on calls with and who I spend my time with. And I know that that's put a lot of people off because they can feel that hesitance. But do you know what? If I'm offending them, then that's okay, because first of all, everyone's always offended by everything. But secondly, they're probably not my people, because everyone else I say that to, they're like, totally get it, totally respect your time. And for me, that's a big realization, is that people who respect your time are people who respect you. And there's a lot of people out there who just don't respect your time, and they are not worth your energy. So energy flows in rhythms, like it all has its peaks and troughs. And I've never been a 5 a.m. club kind of gal. I know so many people are, like so many of my friends are, and obviously a lot of the content on social media portrays that apparently everyone is, and that's just not me. I don't feel energized in the morning. I love my sleep, so I love to lie in. I love working on a Sunday and a bank holiday. Oh my God, it's so much quieter. So I would happily spend all of a Sunday working and then go midweek to a spa when it's also quieter there. So you need to find your rhythm and your flow. That sounds crazy to a lot of people, but for me, that works super well. So you need to learn to listen to your body. And Simon in the book talks about mapping out your energy. So it's like, understand when you have your energy highs and protect them. And then so when you've got your lows, use those for lighter tasks. So for me, I'm not a morning girl, as I said. So I actually spend my morning doing like answering emails or just engaging on social media with the people that I want to talk to. And it's funny because I've read so many productivity books and they're fantastic and there's loads of great productivity tips out there. But people talk about eating the frog, which is doing the hardest task first thing in the morning, or doing that one thing, the one thing that gets you close to your goal. But if I did that first thing in the morning, I couldn't do it. I'd be, ugh. I need to have 3 cups of coffee before I feel a bit better. And I just start to feel my heart peak energy level just before lunch and just before dinner. And people think that's crazy. People are like, oh, but I get hungry then and I can't concentrate. I'm the opposite. I'm like, okay, I'm going to eat soon, so I'm going to be like boom, 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 and then I'm going to get rewarded with a tasty dinner. I'm a big foodie. I love my food. So I'm just like, right, I know I've got this looking forward to, so I just work all the way through. And so many times I've just forgotten to eat because I'm in such flow and I just don't interrupt my flow. And then I'm like, oh, finished, amazing. Wow, I'm hungry. And then I go eat. And so for me, that's when I find I am the most productive and I'm in flow and I can concentrate, but that's just me and my body. And I know lots of people aren't like that, so it won't work for everyone, but you need to find your rhythm. So I think this book can be for a lot of people. If you're feeling like really tired and just overwhelmed and you're just really not sure what to do, you feel like you're doing everything right at business, but somehow it's just not really setting in, this is a great book to read. Or perhaps you're like juggling multiple businesses or multiple projects at the same time and you're not sure where to place your energy, definitely read through this, ask yourself the questions and work through the exercises, and you'll probably find the answers from within you. And I think the other set of people who this book would be really good for are those who are looking to scale the businesses. So like, you know, going from one level to the next, it can be quite arduous. And so if you want to scale your business without burning out, definitely read this book and work out where to place your energy and how to like not burn out. So I'm going to recommend 2 other books, again, as usual. If you like Energize by Simon Alexander Ong, then I would recommend reading Slow Productivity by Cal Newport. I'm a big Cal fan, read all his books, but he's obviously all about slowing down things. So slow productivity is about the concept that actually if you do less, you can achieve more, which is kind of what everyone wants, right? So definitely take a read of that. And then I'd say also Unstressable, and you know, by Mo Gaudat and Alice Law, and which talks about, again, basically how you deal with stress and how you embrace it. I would definitely take a look at those 2 books. I will be reviewing both of those 2 soon, so stay tuned and come back to the channel and find out more when those are ready. But if you have liked this video, then please do like and subscribe, and do send it to someone else who you think might need to protect their energy. I've honestly found it so useful, and I plan to do one of these book reviews every single week for all the fantastic books that I've read, so I hope you enjoy reading them too.